Y'all hearing these? Y'all hearing these voices? My voices, I mean singular voice, it's mine. It's my voice. Hi, hello, am I audible? Hear something. What is it that you're hearing, Ben? Jump scare. Boo. Dutch ghosts? Ah, could be worse. How's everyone doing? Ben, Hyperger Computer, Rene, Ernesto, Sinister, Blue. Welcome, welcome. I had to start a little later today because I had a repair guy come in to replace my smoke detectors because they went off randomly like 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, nope, I ain't having this shit. I am unplugging these and I'm calling for them to be replaced. Because, ow, my ears. Not the first time I've had that replaced because of randomly going off, and I was just sat behind my desk. Absolutely nothing could have triggered them. So I'm like, I hate this. I already have tinnitus. Fuck off. Been self-caring a bit for the last few days because my brain just decided it wants to be a jerk, but I'll be okay. Yeah. It happens. Have a good self-care. I also had a bit of a self-care yesterday. Had such ambitions for doing a deep clean, but then I woke up and it's like, oh, hey, wait a minute. I'm like really fucking tired. So I did some cleaning this morning, but not the full deep cleanse that I wanted. Maybe tomorrow. I think seasonal's hitting a lot of people right now. Everyone's like, oh god, it's autumn. Everything's gonna go darker gradually. Huh. I mean, I'm noticing it though. Because I wake up super early. Like, oh yeah, it sure is taking a lot longer for it to be light out. I think we're like a few days away from it being some past sunset longer than it is past sunrise. So darker longer than it is light out. So, oh, finally some goddamn darkness. Ah, I see Rene's in his element, or will soon be in his element. Was it Strike, by the way? I know it's a Sega game, but I can't place it. It's from Bayonetta, but it's a Space Harrier mix. Bayonetta 1 has a couple of songs in there that are a little wink, nod to other Sega games from ye olden days. So they got Space Harrier and fuck. I have the soundtracks somewhere. Hang on. Afterburner, I think, is one. Magnificent Seven is another one of those, I think. But yeah, Space Harriers is an old game. Scandinavians need to be resistant to dark. The alternative is to perish. Yeah, I'm alright with dark. I'm just I like the light also. So who won the Mish, huh? Who won the Mish? Her photo for today may be just a little similar to what she was in the last Mishka update, but I swear it's a new one. It's very similar. It really does look like a different angle, but there's a little difference. The little foot isn't sticking out. Hydration check. Oh god. Well, y'all look at a creature while I hydrate. Buh. Hydrating. Oh, so sneepy. Just basking in the sun in her cube. She finds it comfortable enough for it to be in there. Hi, Kieran. How you doing? Sneepy girl. So hippie. She has such a tough life. Wow. Oh my god, that's an emote that I made. Yo. Life is tough when you're a Mishka, yeah. These EP tunes. Very, very fitting. Let's click somewhere randomly in the playlist. We shall soon leave Bayonetta territory. Pondering pets. Scared as always of strange people in the apartment. Ooh. Yeah, today I'm just gonna continue doing stuff for the back of a hoodie and a sweater. I have not really thought of anything else to put on the back though, so I am going in mega head empty. What's everyone else up to? Despite me starting later, I will still be streaming the same amount of time as I have been for this week and last week. And also, this may be the last stream for this week. Nothing on Friday. I'm not sure yet about the weekend. I'll have to see if anything is possible. I'm also not quite sure what schedule could be looking like next week. I'm gonna leave it up in the air. More likely evening streams may happen for like an hour, with the exception of Wednesday. We'll have to see. Schedule's gonna change up a bit because again, I'm gonna go back to freelancing. Gotta make the money to pay the rent and feed the Mish. It'd be like that. Curzec puts on Samus helmet. What does that even mean? Back to freelance bounty hunting? Yeah. Yeah. It's gotta happen. Hashtag freelancer. Gotta make the animation. And make rent and bills and groceries and all that fun stuff. I meant to have some references open though. Bills, rent, I know. Freelancer from Delta Room, they did nothing wrong. He's just a little bean. Curzec, have you ever had a Twitch name change? Nope, I have not. I think only partners can do that. So, I can't. How come? Putting my unhealthy addiction to having a mortgage. Yay! Mortgage! I mean, at least the mortgage will be paid off eventually and rent will go up infinitely and beyond. Your name reminds me of someone who used to donate a ton to another stream. Couldn't be me. I've never had such luxuries. The good news that AI-generated movie they are making is failing. Good! The one that cost 30 million. which is significantly more than a lot of smaller actual feature films that have been made in the years, even when adjusted for inflation. Foxcat, yeah. The idea that I would like to do is, I want the print on the back of both the hoodie and the sweater that Fourth Wall has. It's the same dimensions. And I just want it to be a big image. And really utilize the real estate. Hi, Sage! They're trying to train it just on the IPs they own, but it's not enough for it to look good. What a shame. Oh no. Dang. Who could have seen that coming? I guess they just have to employ artists and make a movie for probably not even that much money as they wanted to put in this AI slop. Could have been done so much cheaper with actual people involved. But that requires having people involved. Ugh. That want rights and a wage and safe working conditions, a work-life balance. Ew. Yeah, fuck Gen AI. I ain't here for it. Even if I'm struggling right now with my doodling, I'd rather struggle with my art than let some Gen AI do it. Yesterday was my birthday and I went to the cinema to watch Demon Slayer film. Yo, happy belated birthday! Hope you enjoyed the film. I hear people are liking it. I've never watched Demon Slayer, so I'm probably not gonna see the film. But it's nice to see something is nice out there for the fans. I personally don't mind automating, making life better for us, but that's for things like farming and manufacturing toothbrushes, not art. Yeah, the fucking creative things that people dream of doing. Like the actual mundane shit being taken care of. Yes, it was peak. Good. What if I just look at some more photos of my fucking cat, huh? For some inspiration. Film inspires you to keep drawing? Awesome! Love to hear that. We love finding media that tickles the brain just right. What if... Where did I leave that photo? Does that make for a fun thing on the back, though? Trying to find a particular photo. I swear I saved it somewhere since I found it again. Looking for the photo where she is in the cube. Oh, she is in the cube. Cube. Different cube than the one in the update from today. IKEA cube. Fit for the calyx. Not sponsored by IKEA. You can imagine being sponsored by IKEA. a machine that can automate paying my rent. It's that's called just auto pay options. There's a profile pic right there. It sure could be. Particular photo. Is this not the one? Maybe the one. I'm scrolling. Well, ain't fun shit. Hi, Sonny, welcome! I am in time for Creature Peak. Great day in the morning. Have a good morning, Sonny. A machine that can prevent car accidents. That would be nice. Sonny, thank you for subscribing for 20 months! That's a lot of months! Thank you so much! Hope you continue to enjoy the emotes, man. Also, hi, Darkbolt. Look at me going through the effort of drawing a circle as opposed to just using the ellipse tool. Apparently have been, hell yeah. Thank you for the support. Hi Blurks, welcome in. Yeah, this is a big file. What is this in pixels? Oh, it's 9,000 pixels wide and 10,800 pixels high. No wonder things doing a big think with minor stuff. Of course, if you not learned anything from SpongeBob, first you draw the head, then erase some of the details, then 1, 2, 3, a circle thing. Yeah, I stopped watching SpongeBob at some point. Maybe no, I know the episode, but listen. Nobody got time for that. Oh. Why does he not have his nose in that emote? That's upsetting. He's incomplete. Draw Kirby from memory. Pollo. Unless you want me to have the American Kirby. Now it's the American Kirby. Okay, maybe that's just a little bit too big of an eye. I always give Mishka big oogly booglies, but maybe that was just a little bit too much. Is there a Mishka reference sheet? Nope. There sure isn't. I draw her based off of vibes. And whatever works best for the drawing that I'm doing. One day I'll have enough money, space, and knowledge to afford a black cat. Aww. As God intended. Get a little panther. Try to adopt instead of shop, although usually there will be a black cat because people are still superstitious and think black cats are bad luck. So odds are, whenever you are ready to get a little cat in your life, your local shelter will probably have a black cat, and if not, it's just a matter of time. Because again, people be superstitious. Mishka's her own reference sheet. Mm-hmm. Excited to get a cat once you have your own space? Pray it's a shoulder cat. Just like nice and sociable. You get what you get. I was a shoulder kitten, then she grew up and wouldn't fit. Aww. Love black cats so much. They were very cute. As is really any cat. I think her paw's a little broken here. As to like where, in the sense of where it connects, but cats are just liquid, man. I don't know. I don't know what I'd want. What do you guys want? To fill like this whole face, this whole shape, whole canvas. I think I want to save sweater weather text for a different design. That's more in the front. Because ideally, I really would like to utilize the big rectangular shape. So she'd force me to lay back in the cat submission position so she can lay on shoulder. Yeah, cat submission position. Mishka's had the habit of just plopping down next to me. She slept on top of me yesterday morning. As I was laying on my back. On the rare occasion that I was. Getting nice and comfy. She'd also perfectly curled up against me earlier in the morning. When I was on the couch, just like laying down for a little bit. From like top down. Like here's couch. Here's the sides. Here's the back. And I was here, curled up. And then Mishka was here. Perfect. Perfectly occupying the little space. I'm sure when it gets colder, she will remember how warm humans are. Maybe. Hmm. I really just don't know. Maybe instead of just staring into the void, let's find the tote bag file. See how I feel about that. I think I might just spend time doing lines for this, actually. Instead of staring into the void on sweater and not having any idea of what I want. Think about it some more. Later. The blank page is the worst enemy sometimes, yeah. But I just have a couple of scribbles. I'm just like, it's not quite what I feel like I could max utilize. This one comes closest. But it's maybe the shapes are a bit too pushed. And also there's like empty space over here that I don't know what to do with. And I can't extend the tail much more without it looking ridiculously long. You think of it when on a walk or in the shower or waking up at 5 a.m.? Maybe. I won't be protesting. I mean, the things that I'd written down, for like ideas for these kind of things, I had written them down while I was at the end of a walk. Suddenly just like brain blast with ideas. And then I looked it back up and it was like, oh, actually, nah, this is kind of shit. This one's good. This one's maybe. Didn't know what limitations I may encounter. Let's see. It has no line art. Brain. I have one, contrary to popular belief. I know, this is shocking. And startling for others, but hey. It'd be like that. Mug fun. Mug. So the communal brain cell. I borrowed it! I returned it! You know, it's like a library thing. I may experiment with rather than using these colors. I don't know, make it more warm and tote bag-y. Autumnal, even though the tote bag isn't necessarily an autumnal thing. Speaking of autumnal things, I heard someone enter the living room. I see someone sniffing the floor where the repair guy stood. She's like, what the fuck are these smells? Mimi. No, she's completely preoccupied with sniffing the floor. Like, really preoccupied. Good God. Don't lick the floor, you dingus! But we need library cards for the communal brain cell now? Yeah. Can I eat the floor? I mean... a lot of fiber. I wouldn't recommend. Not my diet. I can't really calorie calculate the floor. Oh, she's going for some water. Oh, never mind. She stopped going for water. You had 2 licks of water and that's it, creature? Real? Do any of these cats get a blep tongue? I'm not thinking of any blips for the tote bag right now. Maybe we could incorporate a blip in the sweater hoodie. Maybe. I tried to do a blip for the sticker sheet, but I couldn't get it to look right. I wonder if I can find them in here. Oh yeah, here's the blip. It's just, it didn't work. It looked a little too dopey. Blip. I wouldn't even call it a blip. I would call this just like too stupid. Anyway, tote bag. A blip. Welcome in shoop. Instead of using my lines brush, which has some weird pixelation going on sometimes. Instead, just gonna grab the old and faithful hard round default brush. messing up slightly at the top of this line. By I mean the 2 tries I've had so far. Probably fine. I think we're gonna be done with these lines a lot quicker than I thought I might need, but we'll see. We've got a tricky one coming up though with that tail. I'm also gotta figure out how to do the loaf. Probably do the same line weight. Outside at least. Alright, the tail. Probably the trickiest one. I don't think I'll have a lot of success in trying to get this tail done in one line. Let me try. The trouble is I end up covering my hand, or part of the drawing with my hand, when I do that. Can't see where I'm going. Kind of fucked up over here. This tune is so cozy for you. It is Jubilife Village from Legend Arceus. March, that's right, Myla. Hello. Doing line art for Tote Bag because I can't decide on what I want to do for the backs of sweater and hoodie. Should grab a different to color pick from. Even if these aren't the final colors, I might as well do this with the colors that I do have. Just go from there. Loaf on loaf, take my money? Soon. Maybe. It's up to you. I would like to have all 3 things designed and then drop them in one go. So maybe a little while longer until that happens. I don't think it's gonna happen before the end of the month. I'd be very shocked if that does happen. Still need to go over the mug in Photoshop with CMYK and stuff. Now these tunes I am nostalgic for. Anything Gen 2. And yeah, Newburgh Town. No thing happening there. It's probably the more draw this line from this angle. And very much rotate my canvas into positions where it just makes sense to draw the lines from. Like what my actual physical anatomy has an easier time with. I think you couldn't rotate canvases in the past. When I started out with Photoshop 2, you could not do that. I don't think they introduced canvas rotation until CS4, maybe 5? Game changer. Back to work. Have a good work, Karen. These will be yellow, but for convenience sake, I'm just color for now. A little too far. Mr. Park Fork, have a great day, everyone. Have a great day yourself, Sonny. Thanks for stopping by. May your day be productive. Well, I may able to do this big shape in one go. In theory, because of positioning, should. Suddenly happy I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, Godspeed. You have fun with it. think I have it added to my Steam account, but I've never was able to put a character in a world somewhere. Maybe for the better, considering I'm already, like, struggling to get through Guild Wars 2. And really, who has time for multiple MMOs in this economy? With my work-life balance. Where I personally end up gamifying my walking time. With Pokemon Go and such. Dang it. I'm doing it too slowly. I think it's probably fine like was the first round of ads. Ooh. It's gonna be a particular curve that I want. Yeah, I think that's just right. I just need to too much line going on here. Boy howdy, that's a straight line, huh? I got this. I can do it. Make the brush a bit thinner to give the illusion of there being pressure on the loaf. Maybe not that thin, but at least something to work with. Almost. Just this last little trail. Go quite right. Oh. Alright. That's perfect. Hey, wait a minute, that's not supposed to happen. Hydration. Ah! Imagine being dehydrated on this stream. Blue will never allow it. Not on your watch. That is true. That is very true. What you doing, Blue? Other than keeping sure I'm hydrated. That's probably good enough. No idea what I'm gonna be charging for these things. Don't know what the minimum even is for the tote bag, I'll be honest. See if I can find that real quick. Minimum is $15.56. Alright. Just got done folding laundry, now contemplating making some food, then maybe some art and co-working. Ooh! Getting all them errands done. I do have a book I want to scan for convenience, so might get preoccupied with that for a while. What kind of book? Anything art related? A non-official Ghibli cookbook my sister got you? Oh shit. Non-official though. What if Ghibli did though? Just, hey, they made a cookbook. I'd want it, honestly. Even if it would be like, probably like 60 bucks, 80 bucks, considering how costly Studio Ghibli merch tends to be, but it is always good quality. Recipes are solid though. Ooh, I'd be curious. Reach it to? Let me see if I can find you. Are you a rules reader, Blurgs? And are you already in the server? Oh, yeah, you can just enter the server, you just won't be able to have, like, chatting abilities. Yeah. Yeah, you could have joined in at any time, and then would have just been some resources and some social channels, you just wouldn't have been able to message anywhere. That's what this full Discord access will allow you. There should be a link, and if not, I can just do this for you, then you have the link. If you go to the rules channel and let me know when you've hit the little checkmark react, you are now joined. Maybe the welcome is taking a little bit. But yeah, if you could enter and then go to the rules channel and click the little check mark to tell me that you've understood the rules, then I can give you the validated role, which will allow you to chat in the channels. This is a security measure to avoid spammers. Done? I do see the number went up. Rules reader. There you go. Is that a super active server? It's getting a little bit more chatty over time. But it's nice and cozy. Now you may be laughing evilly, but you do realize that as soon as you break the rules, you are fucking outie. Did you click I read the rules before reading the rules? Time to break all the rules? Hey now, don't. Don't make me moderate. Depends, is that a rule? I mean, it gives me the freedom to remove people who aren't actually obeying the rules. There's a good corner to hang out in. Yep. Oh, I'm glad. If I had the time, I probably would have made like a thread by now about Knights of Guinevere and things I've observed in the pilot. And make sure to tag it with like spoiler talk so that anyone who wants to talk but hasn't seen it yet doesn't see it, or they know in advance not to look there. Might be fun to theorize with people. You're not the mischievous, just like to pretend I am? Good. Lunch status munched? What'd you have for lunch? Was it a lasagna? Lasagna. To be fair, like I sound like I'm making fun of you for being predictable. I've been having the same lunch for weeks now, just because it's really effective and just, you know, easy. I have 3 sandwiches with some hummus and cottage cheese on them. And I make an egg white omelette. Put a shit ton of pepper over the sandwiches and some salty soup powder over my egg. As well as, like I pour in the egg whites, and then I add some provincial herbs, paprika powder, garlic powder, and onion powder. Hi San! How you doing? Welcome in. Just in time to see the lines be done. there. That there. Mishka art, good art, hopefully. I try. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything else to sketch for the sweater, so I decided to go back to the tote bag. Feeling confident enough to finish up, or attempt to finish up this thing. Isn't it steak pie with potatoes? Ooh, nice and hearty. I'll hear tomorrow if I can be a bit more flexible with my diet. See how effective the cut has been last couple of weeks. I get measured with the trainer again. I'm gonna go squat with my trainer because it scares me to squat on my own. Just because I'm like, if the squat goes wrong, then it really does go wrong, you know? My legs are gonna be fucked over the weekend. Because not only did I ask him if we could do, like, the regular barbell squat, I also asked if he could check my form on the Bulgarian split squats that I do in the Smith machine. So essentially, those are the two quote-unquote worst exercises in one of my lower body splits. Like, every time I have that split, it's been, oh, my legs. Squat too hard and you end up hitting the floor. Squat too hard and I end up turning it into a good morning. Which is not the right move. And then good morning is the name of an exercise. Hey Draco. How you doing? Looks filled. Oh. Just a little bit there. Damn the slowdown when the machine gets when using the giant brush. Yeah, this file is 5,700 pixels tall and wide at a resolution of 600. So it's like, oh, I gotta really think about this, Chief. I do wonder at what resolution we will decide enough is enough, like what resolution will be used in 30 years' time. I'm just using 600 because of the printing stuff that's going to be happening with all this, right? Having a high resolution then will make it sure it's more crisp for internet uploads, 72 DPI is enough. Oh. See you. This little spot here. And here. Maybe there'll be a craze in DPI gains. I don't know. I don't know enough about printing anything. I have to ask friends who work in printing. I know at least one dude. I don't know if another friend of mine is still in the printing business. Yeah, I generally was never taught in either of my art college courses anything really about printing. Alright, that's the creature. I'm just gonna grab a random color for now for the bread. I'll hue saturation shift. There you go. I'm thinking maybe I want to try just giving everything a bit of a tone. This is already too dark, I can already tell. More like that. Hi, Inpeep. How you doing? Welcome in. All these little lines as well. Corners. Probably the So up and I'm so tired. These are good vibes though. Oh. Well, good morn. Feel more awake soon. I am all too familiar with eepy mornings. Sometimes I find I gotta ask weird questions because of my work. Today the question is, how many percentage of the average population are capable of using a melee weapon to defend themselves? Probably not that many. Self-defense is a particular skill. Especially if you're in front of someone who is bigger than you are. Defend or defend successfully? Preferably defend successfully. And say your typical zombie apocalypse scenario? Oh god. How many people will have enough cardio skills to outrun the zombies? This is supposedly the color of the tote bag. Because they also have a black option. Not sure if I want. Not sure if this design will be nice on a black one. So apologies for the chair noises just now. I'm sitting improperly, hee hee. Sitting with one leg kinda up. Hee hee. You just use one of these. Gun? Well, if you don't have a gun. There's no guns here in the Netherlands. Not for regular people, at least. In a zombie apocalypse scenario, the number probably goes up because the difficulty is a lot lower. Depends. See, now that's a different question, because which type of zombie and percentage drops when your opponent doesn't have a pain reaction. So the potential variables is mainly capability to swing and do damage with a weapon. Really depends. Because, like, let's say there's a zombie apocalypse, but every zombie is like the tank from Left 4 Dead. We're fucked. You're cooked. You're dead. You can hear better all you want against a tank. I don't think it will be very successful. Started the earlier chat. Dude, it's fine. That's what chatting is for. Yep, that's me being smacked by a tank. Ow, my bones. It's very orange bread right now. Time to experiment. Because I also like the idea of... well, not green. Like, make the whole thing overall a bit more sepia. Like, warm. But you gotta find the nice browns. I'm thinking of it more independently of the strength of the zombie, just like, can they try? The percentage of people that can use weapons would rise during the apocalypse because the people that can use weapons would die. That's no longer contributing to the statistic. That's a fair point, Ezra. Also, hello to you too. If you take out the reaction part, I'd argue just swing and damage is actually pretty good if I recall correctly. We are pretty well designed with grip and muscles to use tools. The people who can fight would also fight to protect others, getting themselves killed more than people who run away. Maybe? Some of us even have thumbs, oh my gosh. I think I have thumbs, pretty sure. Because it would be how many people are capable and willing to do enough damage with a melee weapon to the point where it would kill your average zombie. The rage room market grows at a rate of 6.74% annually, which speaks to a nice untapped pool of violence. Yeah. Love to try a rage room, to be honest. I think it would benefit me. I would be curious to try one too. I'm not gonna lie. Absolutely let out all your frustration on everything. Capable, I'd say most of us. Willing, not so much. The whole flight, fight, freeze, spawn is messy and hard to predict. That is true. Sometimes I am tired of being nice and just want to go apeshit in a controlled environment, not just in a random place. Yeah! Yeah! Need a bravery set for people. Bravery and a fine line for foolishness. Being too brave means making dumb choices. think this color. It's oddly purple? A bit more into the red. I do not see a difference into what I'm brushing right now. Mr. Nano exclaimed with, no, thank you, Ezra. Hope it can make for a nice little item. So my experience with the break room was that surprisingly little things aren't satisfying to break. Your modern tech doesn't seem to crunch as nice, and despite what Office Space showed, a fax machine is mainly a plastic cube. Bottles, particle board, furniture, dishes were much more fun. Yeah, probably like older technology, like your CRT monitors and TVs are probably more satisfying. But you know, those are not as common. Mishka on toast, Mishka on loaf. CRT TVs, monitors are collectibles now? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe don't break the old tech. Stuff that was built to last. Oh. Still on trip to the Pokemon Center? More like Celadon City. Oh damn, I'm a fraud. I mean, I had to look over at the playlist like, oh god, which one is at the end? I don't think it's a Pokemon Center. I didn't even know it was vocal music. It sure is. I played the early gens and skipped most, to be honest. Settletown City is Gen 1, though, I'm pretty sure. Is it an embellished version of an old song? No? Yeah, it's from probably Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Reorchestration from that one. Yeah, from the Let's Go games, what's that? Similar to how there's been, like, Gen 2 songs in here from Heart Gold and Soul Silver, rather than Gold and Silver. Kevin, hello! Lurking while I ate brekkie. What kind of brekkie did you have, my boy? How full of protein? How many grams? Are you full of shirt tails now? Excuse me? Excuse- what? What? It was an 1100 calorie brekkie? Kevin, I know you're bulking, but that's like 600 calories shy of my daily caloric intake in the last few weeks. What having muscles can do to motherfucker, man. What having a shit ton of muscles will allow you to have for food and be like, yeah, no, that's my maintenance. It's not fair. Holy hell. Yo, CJ, welcome in. 60 grams of protein. What are you gonna do with all that protein and calories? Are you gonna do a workout? Are you gonna climb? You need to do that 2 more times plus 2 snacks! Wait, what's your daily caloric intake right now, Kevin? You're 3,800 a day! What? Oh my god! That's insane! That's so much food! Holy tits. 3,800 divided by 1,700, which is my current. Yeah, that's 2.2 days worth of food for me. So hard to maintain. I can imagine having to eat 3,800 calories daily clean. That's a lot. Holy fuck. Go nice and carb rich. A lot of tater. A lot of rice. You're about 8 points up from the start of the bulk, though, gaining about 1.5 a week. Holy shit. Are you also able to keep track how much of that is fat versus muscle? It's healthy fats for sure. Yeah, I imagine like avocado is a healthy fat, that kind of stuff. Brown rice and potato helps too. What about basmati rice? That's the rice I tend to go for. It's a bit more higher calorie compared to brown rice, but I just like the flavor more. Plus 4 pounds by accident, according to your doctor, so I gotta lock in. Oop. You can have triple stack burger and TGI Fridays with cheese and bacon for 1,168 calories. Yeah, but that will also be like your entire fat intake for the day, probably. If not above, because that sure would be the case for me right now. Like rice and potato, yeah, rice and potato are based carb sources. I haven't looked at anything beyond brown rice. I'm sure it's good though. I like basmati rice. It's a scented rice. I think that's what basmati may even mean. It's just got an extra nice little flavor to it. It's a bit more expensive than brown rice though. Not an advertisement, just your equivalent in calories, yeah. I also gotta look at the macros though, because not everything is equal. Was it like 1 gram of protein is 9 calories, whereas 1 gram of fat is like double? I forget the exact number, but like 1 gram of one macro is significantly different calorie-wise than the gram of macro of another one. Yeah, TDE calculator. I use that for my stuff. I should enter my things because I haven't done that in a little bit. My activity, moderate exercise. I don't know what my body fat is. I'd hope it's less than what I'm entering just now. I'll learn tomorrow. After putting on weight the first time in my life, I really need to tone, strengthen muscle. Ooh. Yeah, do some weight training. Do some exercise. It's pretty easy to get to 1100 calories in the UK Indian restaurant too. Yeah, anything takeout will get you there super quickly. You know, it will also drain your wallet, and it may not be like the calories, yes, but the macros may not be necessarily in your favor. I wish it was standard practice here. What they do in the US is when you do have takeout or you order from somewhere, like in store, it shows you how many calories are roughly in every item. Like on the menu and everything. I would like that here as well, please and thank you. It hurts trying to avoid takeout and spending so much time just cooking and eating. Yeah, I imagine. With your caloric intake, oh my god. Ugh. I'd love to see, like, your list of stuff you have in a day, though, just, like, out of curiosity. I'm not sure if I'm brave enough to try a bulk this winter. But my bulk would be significantly less than what you're currently doing. Like, what my bulk would be too harsh of a cut for you, I'm thinking. Give your macro tracker below yourself? Fuck yeah. Some takeouts do in my city might have been you've been unlucky. Nah, they just don't do that here, really. I Google how much something is. A while ago, I was on the go and I wanted like, man, I want a beverage because I need to wait for my next mode of transportation for like well over half an hour. I'm just gonna get a sippy sip somewhere. And I ordered something thinking it was probably going to be the lowest calorie. And then I had it in my hands and I took a sip and I then started Googling it and it's like, oh, this lemonade has like well over 400 calories because of all the sugar in it. Whoops. Never mind. How many calories does beefy UK boy Ed eat? Oh god, I think he's at like, I don't know if he's at 10k still. I think he's at 6k? Giant Dutch man, the Dutch giant, Oliver Richter's, is, I believe, at 7,500 just for maintenance. He must be eating like crazy because he's training and filming to be Zangief in an upcoming movie about Street Fighter. Man's gotta eat a lot. Like Oliver Richards wakes up in the middle of the night to have yogurt. I can see him as Zangief. He is going to be Zangief. He got cast as such. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, imagine, Kevin, you're already like at 3,800 and they're like, oh, this sucks, and this man has to do 7,500 to maintain. Rough. Very rough. Stream buffering just for you? I don't know. Was it? I have the stream open on my end at 160p. I don't see any buffering. Your stream is okay, you think? I mean, I am doing like heavy brush stuff. Maybe when I put down a line, it's like, nah. Blah, 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 blah. Things seem fine. How did Dragon Ball come in? Kitty! That's right, it's a cat on a loaf. Loafing on a loaf. Soon it will be a tote bag. And by soon I mean, whenever I have this thing finished, the mug finished, and the sweater idea finalized, which I don't know what to do. Did they get Jackie Chan for Chun-Li again? No. I don't know who they got for Chun-Li. Admission check. Oh gosh. A red bread. Jar a cat in a jar. Trust, they are 100% liquid. Dragon, do I have news for you? One moment. This is genuinely one of my panels on Twitch. It's a cat in a jar. Kit jar. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I notice Twitch just decides it wants to slow that loading circle a bunch while I'm working. Check your task manager and CPU? Twitch is so functional. Mm-hmm. Not super into colors here between the loaf of bread and paws. Can I have Greek yogurt? Ooh, yum yum. I have another pumpkin mush meal for dinner tonight. And I can have a tangerine! Wow! Just one though, for today. I was a lot on the TV app for you. I have never watched Twitch on a TV. It's just been PC, iPad, and phone for me. Yeah, whatever the color is not gonna work with the current fill color for the bread. Just going to have a diet? I can't. Not without making the kind of gains that I am not interested in right now. $2 foot taller than he's not 2 foot taller. Well, this could be fun. Maybe something like this? Still, I'm not quite sure about Mishka's color. You guys won't be able to judge nicely with me because of colors changing ever so slightly as I broadcast this stuff. I have to check out my best color calibrated monitor off stream. Definitely favoring more of a color harmony situation though. bit more. Just a little bit more. I do think with this version though, the lines, this dark line could lean a bit more towards here. Curzec, how would your avatar look like with a ponytail? I have an answer for that. I used to wear ponytails exclusively. I may have some self-doodle from the olden days somewhere lying around. I could drag up. It has been a hot minute. How about this? I used to draw myself like this. This predates glasses. But the silhouette of the design, yeah, but they're asking for a ponytail, and well, the silhouette would greatly change if the hair goes up. I think that's pretty cute. Yeah, this is like super old. This must be like 11 or 12 years old at least. This used to have a second drawing where I'm holding up the piece of clothing in front of me and it's just fucking sheer as shit. I felt a lot of frustration about women's clothing being very see-through for a period of time in clothing. I'm just like, I just want solid clothes. I don't want to have to wear a layer underneath a shirt all the fucking time because it's so goddamn sheer. It was a real struggle. Oh, here's some other doodles that I did as event while I was really nervous for something. What was I nervous for here? I think I was waiting to hear back from a job opportunity when I drew these. I didn't get the job. Judging from the metadata where this was created on November 14th, 2018, 2 days before my birthday, and the day before the birthday I got the call and like, nah, you didn't make it. Like, well, y'all asked me to go through the process. Y'all asked me to apply for the job. It was really weird. Probably for the best that I didn't get that job because I would have been in motion graphics. Which, I don't know why they asked me. They saw my showreel at this event where they had a bunch of new graduates show their showreels. And they came up to me after the whole showreel stuff was shown. And like, oh, they really like your style, you should apply. I'm like, okay, fair. Here I go, you know, I want to be employed post-graduation, you know, get the money. And I didn't make it. I'm like, well, alright. Older Curzec art? Yeah, you want to see even more old doodles? Here. More vent frustrations. I don't know. Both nervous and annoyed. Hi, Ale. Hi, Nico. Oh, it's Artie? What? What do you mean, Artie? Hell no. Beans. Little blobs. Here's another old comic thing I did of myself and a friend of myself at the time. Pre-glasses, yep, pre-glasses. I did this in probably year 1 of animation college, so this was 2014? 15? Been a hot minute. Oh, finally, this is a completely different kind of drawing, but it's funny. I have it in this folder. Though the joke doesn't translate into English, uh, it's just the Dutch word for leg is been. And you know which character is all leg? Bayonetta. So fucking dumb shit. Bane. Silly. Silly times. Complete with a magical toot. Mm-hmm. That is funny. I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, anyway. That's how I drew myself with a ponytail. Now the hair is down. The verdict is in. Curzec is funky. I'd hope so, considering y'all still show up for some fucking reason. I hope it can bring some kind of amusement. Oh, like an old profile picture. Like really old. God, what year was this have been? This must have been 2014 also. Something like that, something about that era. It says modified 2016, but I think it's older than that. Pretty sure. Impel, Your Honor, he speaks the truth. Yeah, we like you fucking gosh dang, and I like all y'all. Thank y'all so much for showing up and hanging out whenever we stream. Things will be reduced in amounts of how much I stream going forward, because I'm gonna go freelance again starting Friday. But I enjoyed streaming as frequently as I have over the last few months. And I appreciate y'all showing up whenever I do. Good luck, like, thank you. Sounds good. Yeah. Get the paycheck. I'm gonna get the paycheck. Gonna have a sort of income. Yay. Get that bag. I'm gonna. You have no idea. That bag is so mine. So, Ollie, your start date is coming up soon, right? Good luck to you as well. Oh, you start work tomorrow. Shit. Ooh. Ooh. Excited. Dark Souls Stag. Back secured! Humanity restored! Back secured! Curzec is gonna come back with however many handbag PNGs to the bottom of the stream. Be so successful. New job start! In this economy! I don't know which one I prefer more. Like the lines here right now, they're too black, maybe. A bit more reddish. This is the nitpicky part of graphic design. Oh, yeah. This one supposed to have the same color. Bread loaf, yeah. I don't know which one I prefer. What do you guys prefer? Do you prefer? You write down 1 or 2. That's a shitty. I can write. It's a very subtle difference. This is just a bit more reddish. A vote for 1 and a vote for 2. 1 reads more as Mishka and I enjoy the contrast. Fair enough. I think 1 is nice. 2 is probably too warm. 2 might be a bit too much. I go in between them. Literally just lower the opacity to make you think of the 70s. What's it going to be on? It's going to be on a tote bag. And this yellow backdrop is roughly the color for the tote bag, or at least that's what was being shown in the UI on fourth wall. And make a little in betwixt version. So subtle that I need to zoom in order to see the differences myself. Apparently Capcom is having a showcase soon. Hey Zombie, how soon? Hey Zombie, how soon we talking? I don't think my Demon Boys will be there. They've been very Resident Evil focused, but it's Tokyo Game Show this week, isn't it? 5 minutes! Oh shit! First round of Manhunt DLC? Maybe. Probably a lot of Resident Evil Requiem, what's it called? Dude, if my demon boys are gonna be there, if I'm gonna lose my fucking marbles. But I'm not counting on it. Like some hunting fun, not gonna lie. There will probably be Monster Hunter. I think that's a solid guess. Both worlds and maybe some of the stories stuff. I have too many toasts, but also I'm a sucker for cute ones. I'll keep an eye out for this one. Eee. Maybe we'll see Zangief. Sony is also having a presentation, but not until like 11 p.m. my time, and I'll be in bed by then, so I'll see it in the morning. Well, it's a bit more bluish in Mishka's fur, mixed with the gold yellow of the bread, and the eyes is very Curzec palette coded. I think the bluish one is 1. It probably shows one of the Street Fighter 6 DLC characters. Are there still DLC stuff being made for Street Fighter? How long has it been since Street Fighter 6? And to use them, there's a no one-time use bag rule sorta in New York City. But it's nice to have a tote for things anyhow. Yeah, about 2 years. Been a hot minute. Yeah, I personally have 3 tote bags. I've got a big one, a slightly smaller one, and a thin one. It takes up very little space in a different bag that I'll have with me at all times, usually. Will you let Dudley back? Maybe today is your day, Ender. Maybe the day Dudley will return, whoever they may be. I have no fucking clue who that is. I'm sorry. I've never been into Street Fighter. Not sure which one I like more. You know his theme? Oh, is that the guy with the tall hat? You have to be done with the current batch of DLC first. I think the Viper Lady is next. I have no. Oh, Street Fighter, I know Ken, Ryu, and Chun-Li. And Zangief. Dudley's the British boxing man. Don't forget Guile. Tall hat is G. Oh. I have a little cube box of a dozen, but they're all different sizes, utilities, etc. I recently cut the supply down to just 12! Holy shit! I like kind of crap ones from local grocers. Ah. Wish I played Dudley's theme. You can't tell me what to do as I tab over to a new tab. Oh, there he is. You mean Dudley's theme, You Blow My Mind? Street Fighter 3.3? Is that the one? Yep. Alright, we're pausing. Pokemon 4. Oh, this one, yeah. Yeah, this one plays from time to time on stream. Whoops. I'm gonna hydrate. I have hydrated. You get a little crap reusable ones from stores when you forget your own tote? Yeah. I try to not forget myself. That's why the thin one has been nice to have with me recently, just because it takes up very little space in the bag that I usually carry with me. And I bring the tote as like a just in case I decide to grab a couple groceries on my way from wherever I go. Like, oh, I need yogurt, or oh, I'm almost out of blueberries, or shit like that. Just nice and convenient. I'll be bringing it with me when I go for a little itty bitty walk after stream. Scream if they show Dudley. Have fun! Also, if my DM boys are revealed, just tell me and I'll look at it myself. And then thank you for gifting a sub to Ale! Thank you so much! 240 fucking 1 gift subs, dude. Holy fucking shit. That's a lot. Thank you so much. How you doing, Enabler? Bonjour! Oh, and Sage is being hit as well. Thank you for giving us up to Sage Enabler 242. Holy fuck! Time to leer. Time for fashion. Easier fashion. Although I was wearing a sweater recently where I'm like, wow, I feel really unfashionable in this one. Shit. I think I like this one more, just to keep the warmth in the loaf more, and then the slightly colder color on Mish. Because it's not blue at all, it's still very much in the red over here. If I can. Behold, the color pick for this color. It's very much here. But because of context, it feels like it's more like here, or here. And here's Enabler gifting a sub to Ender. Thank you, Enabler, for gifting a subby to Ender. Need to shrink. Also, guess who forgot to eat? I'll be your beat. And fucking Sage, please eat. Food important. Oh, Pragmata! I would probably want to play that game, actually. I have that wishlisted in my Steam wishlist. I was already pretty convinced so far of what I've seen. With the little girl who is blonde and wears blue. And I swear to God, it's not me. Music. I mean, fucking... Look. Hang on. Very blue. Very blonde. And get upgrades for hacking your weapons. Ooh. It's just a little carrot. It's the little me. The main reason why I need to get this game. No, I'm kidding. It just looked fun. It just looked like an interesting concept. The character dynamic of like a completely different kind of character, kind of like befriending little magic girl. Little magic mysterious girl. I like odd friendships. It's a trope that I'm super duper fond of. It's like one of my favorites. Example being the BFG, right? Big Friendly Giant. Showing a Mega Man collection that was in the Japanese only Nintendo Direct? Huh. Very Curzec Coated Girl. It's just blonde and blue. I can't own blonde and blue. But what if, though? No. No, let's not do a Fine Bros moment of like, I'm gonna copyright and patent blonde and blue. Like the Fine Bros tried to patent the word react. Oh, remember that? That was so long ago, but it's still like, wow! Y'all tried to get away with that and expected no backlash? Jeez. I have a brand! I mean, I'm getting more and more gray. I've been finding loose hairs lately, and some of them are fully gray. And I'm like, oh, you should have stayed put. I want to have a full head of gray. Curzec, you can't fucking... You can't just replace Cur with literally anything else and just like, yes. An AU version. You can't... Fuck off. I'm gonna demoderate you. King is the same against Banner Saga to prevent brand confusion with Candy Crush Saga? Huh? You won't sec. I might. I might sec. Did I tell you about the white beard hair I had that I plucked and realized is half brown, half white? No. Like a perfect cutoff or like a gradient. I could take Ben's place? Never. Was it gradient? No. Just like the hair follicle decided, alright, we're done with color, we're out of ink. Bye. Oh, Street Fighter. I'm enjoying this secondhand. Secondhand. Live journaling, live tweeting in chat right now. Or the one guy trying to lock down Vanta Black so he could make a bunch of money. Yeah, don't. Just don't. Patenting stuff tends to be kind of scummy this day and age. Usually. When I brush back my hair today, I realized I can very safely call myself 50-50 salt and pepper. Ooh, salt and pepper dough. Imagine gatekeeping a color. So silly. You look great with it? Hehehe. Yeah, I'm getting more and more great. And I don't think for gifting 100 bits! Happy Pride! Level 2. All because of you, quite literally. Thank you with the bits. And the Monster Hunter collab, I think, with Street Fighter. Oh. To hit save. Whoever Curse has her old outfit, and man, do I still hate her hair. I have no idea who this is. I have a grays appearing on my chin for a while, but only recently found one or two in my actual hairline. Oh! Late to the party. And I've noticed a couple of grays for a little while now. They're getting more and more freaking. I'm just like, just stay put, please. Maybe because your hair is black. I'd feel like you'd notice a gray hair more soon. If you have dark natural hair. Or naturally dark hair, rather. A giveaway! Holy fuck, someone's giving away a mug! Ben! My signs are a little gray, very exciting. Ooh. Everyone do exclamation mark enter if you want to get a free mug. Thank you, Enabler, for gifting a mug. Appreciate. You bought a mug? I mean, it broke, but still. Someone else should get a mug? Aw, look at you. Does it ship worldwide? It should. I feel like it does. Maybe there's a couple of countries that are an exception. I don't know. Remember guys, caps only? I'm not sure if caps makes a difference or not. But better safe than sorry. Draco. Not too few hotspot, but mostly yes. Yeah. There you go, Draco. Just to be sure. You have capitalized. Congratulations on capitalizing. The Street Fighter collab is revealed with a game called Banshee. Ah, thank you for giving a sub to Draco Enabler. Thank you so much. Enjoy the emotes, Draco. Anyone who hasn't yet done exclamation mark enter, you still have a couple seconds until the random giveaway does this randomness. Literally either one of you. It's Ender! Holy shit. He keeps on winning! Rigged. I'm just kidding. But it's noticeable how you've won, like, isn't this like your third fourth wall giveaway thing that you win? And you also won the follower art thing? Quick, you should gamble. Hit the jackpot! With this amount of luck. Yeah, be sure to redeem it. And do what you gotta. You won 2 store giveaways and a drawing giveaway here. I've been very lucky. Aww. Well, the community is relatively small-ish. I guess the odds are in people's favor some more than they would be if I was, like, partner levels, I guess. That's the benefit of supporting smaller streamers. Yay! Still supporting smaller streamers in this house. Mm-hmm. Can wait for the weather to cool down so I can wear my beanie inside the house. Yay! Nothing wrong with supporting big streamers as well, obviously. Just to fucking stress that in case anyone's like, oh, you support smaller streamers, what about if Dick wants, huh? Isn't that fucking... bleh. I don't know. In case someone pulls me out of context. No, just support the streamers that you like, regardless of their size, lol. Don't overthink it. Says I, the chronic overthinker. Want somebody to think of the big streamers. I can't believe Curzec hates all big streamers, not clickbait. I know! I know! Shocker, the truest does come out. No, I'm kidding. Just support streamers that you enjoy. Just put ice cubes in your beanie for cool fashion. Kevin has a point. Because only like 10 to make it 10, the rest of us are out here shaking our tip jars. Yeah. Dang it, update for the Ace Attorney trilogy? Oh shit. Hi, welcome to a 12-part video about the downfall of Curzec. In part 1, we will discuss the fact that she should have been aborted. Ooh! Whoa! Hey, you started it! Oh, hi! Hi, Insomniac! Thank you for the raid! Welcome in, how you doing? If someone cares enough about you to make a 12 video series about you, that's a good sign you've made it? Probably? Maybe? I don't know. Let's hope it doesn't happen, though. Howdy, Raiders, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. What were you doing, Insomniac? Wonder if you know how they live in Tokyo. If you see me, then you mean it. Then you know you have to go fast and furious drift. I have no idea what these lyrics are, but we do love a Tokyo drift. Deja vu. Have you been in this place before? If not, hi, hello. I'm Carol, also known as Curzec. I'm an animator. Right now, I've been working on a tote bag design. Think of it to follow. Fortunately, I have to leave for a bit. I'll be gone myself soonish too. I'm almost through my 3 hours for today. I'll be sure to take y'all raiders to a nice place as well. Seems good. I've been working on some art. Ooh, feel free to share if you wanna. If you have anything to share, what were you working on? What kind of art? In the meantime, for the newcomers here, besides doing this little merch design stuff here, I'm an animator. I'm actually gonna go back to freelancing full-time starting this Friday. And here's a compilation of work that I've done.
Alright, let's do this!
I can assure you a virus like this for thee.
Bring it, Barky! I will drink you under this fucking table! You have no idea what kind of night I've had!
Kijk maar uit, want anders val je zomaar op je gat.
Well, this is a good thank you. I appreciate. It's just a compilation of stuff that I've done over the years for freelance. No personal stuff in there, only freelance stuff. They move! Picture Witch! That's me! Boom! Also, I have buttons that make me move across. Hehe. Wolf jump animation look crazy? Yeah, that one's a personal one. Did you send the link here in chat? Yep, here in chat, that's fine. Oh shit. But hey, Enabler has given another merch giveaway. You can win a sticker sheet featuring my cat. It looks a little bit like this, like the thing on the left. Like you see that thing that right there? That one. That's the sticker sheet. That could be yours for free if you do exclamation mark enter. Witcher. Oh, very good. Let's see. Hey, yo! A creature leaning against a car. You've all been looking at my creature, now y'all get to see this creature. That's the letters and numbers, that's what Discord URLs do. Has everyone done exclamation mark enter yet? You can win free stickers! I need to practice my poses and anatomy more. I feel like it's holding me back from making stuff like this. I also need to work on my anatomy, though. I very much desire to do so, but time... Ah! Press button, but it didn't appear because my nail's too long, I think. Around that almost too long to stay length. Time is but a fickle fiend. Or friend, rather. But yeah, looking good, Rins. What's the car screenshot from a particular game? I am unfamiliar with car games. Draco, you want stickers? Forza Horizon 5, nice. Draco, redeem. Draco, where the fuck are you? Give forth all your details or else lose out forever. You wanna lose out on those fucking stickers, boy? I don't recommend it. They are free after all. Yippee! I hope I didn't peek the mic. It didn't look like I did. I kept a little bit of distance from my microphone as I did the voice, but Jake was actually my account. Thank you, everyone. Hey, now. That's fucked up. I enjoy emotes so much. Oh, I'm glad. I make all my emotes myself. And I'm all maxed out as an affiliate streamer. Thanks to some very generous people. Including Enabler. Thank you, thanks to Cindy. Aww! Started Cindy, who reached partner like a week or two ago? Which, fuck yeah. Set to rate you after I met you. Aw, that's so nice. Thank you. I appreciate. I'm not gonna be going for too much longer though. I've been mostly staring at this thing and like tweaking the colors a little bit. We started with this, which is like default colors for Mishka, and it's like, actually I kind of wanted like more harmonious. And then we tried this, and then that. I like the lighter color of the bread. Staring is nice, just like, ooh. Ah, anyway, I think we're giving a sub to Insomniac. Now you too have the joy emote. Aw, Enabler, thank you. Especially if you stare at amazing art. I don't know if I'm staring at amazing art. I'm just staring at something I doodled. I actually feel like this is a bit uneven. I might do something about that real quick. Look out, we're no longer staring. We're freehanding this bitch. Hi, Banaz, how you been? I've been alright. How have you been? Welcome in. Enabler enabled the joy mode for you, yeah! Better than now that you're here. Aw, what the fuck, that's so nice. Unfortunately, I will be ending stream in like 5 minutes. I'm going a little longer because I started a little later today. I was still adhering to 3 hours max for today. And I'm not quite sure when exactly I'll be back either, because I'm freelance and starts Friday, and I need to get settled into some kind of rhythm and figure out what I can and cannot do in terms of stream frequency, so it may be a while. Probably at least I'll be back Wednesday next week, which I know that that's a whole week. But it'd be like that for the time being. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stream on the weekend or in the evenings of Tuesdays and Monday. We'll see. Take longer than you need. Oh. So you can make sure. Aw. I'll see what I can do. Oh yeah, size. A bit more even now. I'm gonna be feeling it all out. Don't know what else I could do. I'm wondering if maybe I want a little highlight somewhere. Some kind of little shine. Kind of shaped backdrop, maybe. Really have to run? Have a good run! Has anyone seen your stream and hired you based off of your reel? Not from streaming, no. Not yet. It almost looked like maybe I was gonna do something for someone. Kinda lost contact. Which, it happens. Nothing personnel. How do you usually get hired? Via website, social media posts, or do you look for jobs yourself? For the last few years, I've been lucky enough that people have reached out to me. I've had a fair few through Instagram DMs, just because I posted my stuff there and have my details and contact details open there. Sometimes I reach out, and sometimes it's just a matter of knowing people, which has very much been the case for my last couple jobs, and like a good handful in between. It's like, oh, this production needs people. Here you go, friend who I know and is also capable of making the thing with me. I have also applied though. I think there was an open call for Studio Yada. I think it was an open call at least. A couple years ago. I was actually attending a party for a thing that we wrapped up on as something that I worked on. And I saw the thing and I was like, I gotta go home and apply, like, now. And it paid off because I ended up getting hired for 2 things for Studio Yada. Because of that. I also had someone vouch for me though when I sent my details. Someone who was going over the people who had applied openly was someone I knew personally already as a friend. And they were like, oh yeah, no, this person's great. You should add them to the list of potential hires. have expected you to apply to the glitch job, but if you have freelance lined up, it makes more sense. I think the glitch job was senior animation though, and I'm not sure I'm qualified enough for senior. I also think it was they were asking for anime style, and I don't really do anime style. I would love to be able to, but I'm no bueno at it. If I'm thinking of the same job listing as you are, that is. Where was this shared when I last looked? Animation opportunities. Yeah, I see here senior 2D rough animator and anime draftsmanship, which I would not say I have. I'll have to work glitch at some point, but yeah, I feel like it's still too far away in skill from it. I saw that same listing and that anime style turned me off, yeah. In particular, we're focusing on experience with hitting the fluid motions and expressive but somewhat grounded acting seen in classic 90s anime such as Cowboy Bebop, which I can immediately visualize, and I know I can't recreate that. There's other people out there who can, but I don't think I'm gonna be one of those people. I know, do they have other 2D anim jobs? No, it's just a senior one. And senior is also just like, you will be a guiding person throughout the production. Like, you're expected to be pretty experienced and guiding other animators through the process. Not quite lead? I don't actually forget whether lead or senior was more important. I thought it was lead and seniors like close behind in terms of like hierarchy, for lack of a better word. That's what that means. Yeah, it's like seniors just experienced and also some kind of expectation of being able to guide other people. Senior role as a technical expert, yeah. Like, you know what is up and can demonstrate it to others. But I do wonder what they're going to be doing, though, for 90s anime-styled 2D production. That could be fun. I wonder what the salaries are like in Glitch. I also imagine it might be tough for me to do this remotely because they are based in Australia, so like literally the other side of the fucking world. They're very good in terms of pay, which I'd hope so, because, you know, they're pretty successful. So line manager does the leading and the senior role can teach the noobs how to do it better and or quicker. Glitch hires mostly remotely. Yeah, but there's remote and then there's other side of the world, and that makes it sometimes difficult to have meetings together because of time zones, right? Like, if it would have to happen, I would be there for meetings at like 11 p.m., which is a time where I'd usually prefer to be asleep. But if that's the only option, then I would. That would still be reasonable. Obviously, meetings at like 2 a.m. my time, probably not going to be very helpful or effective. Maybe tough to coordinate if, yes, remote, but everyone's across the fucking world. That can make it challenging, but that's not the case for me right now. I think only once I had a job where meetings were like most convenient at 11 p.m. my time zone, because it was me here in Europe and then 2 people in the US and then 1 person in Australia. So you had all the time zones to worry about. Is there an octogenarian animator position? Not that I'm seeing. I mean, same also from the Netherlands. but I just make it work. Plus, I'm used to 11 p.m. meetings with freelance work at this point. Ah. It sucks, though. Anyway, been snoozing an ad just now. I'm going overtime! Let's go find someone to raid, because my time for today is done. See, we have Gad, who just started. Milky's doing art, though. Hello? Oh, looks like he's got the Capcom thing open as well. Looking like Monster Hunter stories? Maybe? We also have PCAT doing art. We have Kenda M, who was a lead animator on Knights of Guinevere. Both Smilky and Kenda are rigging. This message is highlighted. It sure is, Enabler. I could love to rate someone who I can thank for making Knights of Guinevere, then Kanda Emmett will be. Yeah, let me just double check, just to be sure, what they had themselves credited as. I thought it was lead. They don't have their Blue Sky linked on their Twitch, but I'm pretty sure it was Kanda. Am I thinking of someone else? No, I'm thinking of someone else, sorry. Why? Wait, who is the fucking Uni? Then, huh? So confused. Well, never mind. Okay, this person, I don't think they actually did Knights of Guinevere then. Maybe confusing it with someone else, sorry. But I guess we can rate this person anyway, because the art's very pretty and they are rigging. It's a very cozy vibe. They have very, very pretty illustrations. Thank you so much for the stream, Curzec. Thank you for rating, Rinzo. It's very appreciated. And it's very cool. Yeah, it's very cozy. Very warm colors. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, no problem. Happy to stream. I'm not quite sure when for sure I'll be doing another stream. Probably at least next Wednesday, so another fucking week from now. I'm gonna have to get back into the flow of freelancing, so yay, wish me luck! Hey Chris, I just want to let you know you're awesome. Also, don't tell chat, don't want to give them the complex, but they're amazing as well. I mean, one of those things is definitely true, and it's definitely the latter. T. Thank you for the nice words, I appreciate. Oi! What oi? Hey, Raid's about to go, how about that? You can't yell at me. In a couple seconds, your time's up. Until next time, whenever that may be, take care, stay safe, and wash your hands. Bobby!